Taurus, this is your horoscope for November 2016. Thank you for joining me. It's a pleasure to be with you. Now, I have had a look at what the most significant influences are by the astrology in November. And I'm going to tell you how they relate to you specifically as sun sign Taurus and how that's going to influence you. These forecasts are mainly for your sun sign. You can also watch them for your rising sign and your moon sign to get an overall kind of insight into how you specifically are going to be affected if you don't want to have a personal reading. Okay, that'll give you a nice overview. Now, for you Taurus, up until the 9th of November, Mars, the personal planet of drive and desire, that is in Capricorn in your 9th house, sitting on top of Pluto and your rising in Capricorn. So there's an uncompromising drive and desire to really expand and grow, especially when it comes to your career. So it may be that you want to discover new information to become more skilled and to then have more opportunities in your working life. It may be that you want to work somewhere else, that you want to change areas, that you want to expand in a physical sense. But be aware of that if there is absolutely no room for improvement, if you're in like a dead-end job, if you don't feel like there's anything you can expand and grow towards, then you're going to be really hacked off here at the beginning of November. And it's actually, I know that doesn't feel comfortable, but that's actually a good thing for you to realize, because why are you in a job that isn't leading anywhere? You're a gifted, creative, wonderful person, and you don't deserve to be in a position where you're just going through the motions, you've got no prospects, and things aren't leading anywhere. So really focus on that, and I think the way you feel here at the beginning of the month about your career is going to tell you a lot about whether you're in the right job or not. On the 9th of November, Mars then goes into Aquarius in your 10th house. And the personal desire and drive really shifts, and you focus on work that you could be doing that would be of service to other people. So you ask yourself, rather than just do a job for the money or for security, how can I use my own personal gifts and powers to make a positive contribution to planet Earth? So don't worry, you're not being Mother Teresa here. I'm ignoring my own life, my own needs, but you do become more socially aware, and you do kind of feel driven to have a social conscience and to add value to other people's lives. And that is a great thing, because as soon as you add value to other people, they will add value back to you. That's a law of the universe. Whenever you create something of value, you will be rewarded for that. So it almost seems like Mars is pushing you, kicking or screaming or not, into a direction of doing something that other people are going to appreciate. Venus, during all of this, is sitting in your 8th house in Sagittarius, and that has been looking outside of your current circumstances. I'm in this job, but where else could I be? I'm doing this, stapling papers or whatever if you're in an admin job, for instance, but what else could I be doing? So it's really given you a much more positive perspective on what your potential is and what you could be doing and how else the world could support you. On the 12th, it goes into Capricorn in your 9th. And now you're not just dreaming, you're not just kind of daydreaming about how rosy and wonderful life You're not just daydreaming about how wonderful your life could be, you're actually putting practical action into making that a reality. So Venus, the planet of love and beauty, you can think of her as Aphrodite, being silly and romantic and just interested in frivolous things. She is very serious here in Capricorn, and she's saying, okay, you have to work anyway. For most people watching this, if you're retired, that applies too. You're going to have to do something anyway. You can't just sit there staring at the walls. You're going to have to do something anyway. So why not do something you love? That's really the question. And Venus now allows you to put practical things into place here from the 12th onwards to make that a reality. Mercury has been in Scorpio here, allowing you to kind of access your feelings and get clear on what it is you're trying to achieve, who you are, where you're going, and that now heightens on the 13th when it goes into Sagittarius in your 8th. So where will you belong in future? What organization are you going to join? So this is a wonderful month for the Tauruses or Taurians who are not happy or completely fulfilled in their working life and who want to do something differently. If you're in a job that you love already, you can use this energy to tweak your position or your placement in that company, in that job, to make it even better. So either way, you can make things a better fit in terms of the way you feel internally and the way your actual life looks. The full moon happens in your sign of Taurus on the 14th of November, so this is going to be a very happy period for you. The full moon is when the moon kind of showers you with its energy, positive energy, and in your sign, you're going to feel very, very comfortable. You're going to feel comfortable expressing yourself, expressing your feelings, and not only that, this is a super moon. So this is going to be the closest the moon has been to planet Earth so far this century, and it's never going to be this close, or it's not going to be this close again until 2034. So this is really going to impact you, and it's a time when you feel yourself. You know, when you're doing something really well and you really like something you're doing, there's that expression, oh, you know, she's really feeling herself, or he's really feeling himself. You're going to be feeling yourself. So tune in to what makes you happy here around the 14th Taurus, because that's a long-term ongoing thing. It's not just a fluke. We've got one more supermoon happening this year. We've got a full moon in Gemini on the 14th of December, and that's the last one. We've had 6 this year, and that's why this year has felt so intense and why the moon has really been influential. Now, the big news of November is on the 19th and 20th, when Neptune, the planet of dreams and aspirations, it goes direct. It comes out of its 5-month slumber and it goes direct in Pisces in your 11th house of hopes and dreams. Neptune is the hope and dream planet. So you're really going to be able to heal disappointments and say, okay, I am 55 years old, but I'm going to start my life today. Today is the first day of the rest of my life. I have dreams for what's going to happen. That inner child is alive and well within me. And I'm not going to compromise anymore and put up with what life gives me or what my circumstances make available to me. I'm going to dream of what can really happen. Now, use this to your advantage. Neptune is in Pisces once every 160 years. Okay, so those of us alive on the planet right now, we're experiencing this for a reason. We're here to dream the dream, to change the world. You know, in 1890, when they were writing Dracula stories and the picture of Dorian Gray, Neptune was somewhere else and Uranus was somewhere else. The culture was affected in a different way. We're affected as a planet by Neptune in Pisces. It's an outer planet. It moves slowly. So we're all being given the opportunity to really focus on what your potential is and who you can really be. On the 21st of November, the Sun goes into Sagittarius, so happy birthday Sagittarians, and it goes into your 8th house, and it gives you a personal sense of drive and energy towards where am I going to belong in future. So you're looking ahead. Be careful not to project too much and kind of look at what you love in the here and now, and that will lead you to ultimately where you want to go. So don't think, okay, where am I going to be in 10 years and try and figure it out that way. Figure it out by looking at what you enjoy today on the 21st of November. Finally, on the 29th, we've got the new moon happening in Sagittarius as well, in your 8th house, and it's about focusing on what the future holds and how you can start to implement those things and put things in place so that you can ultimately get to where you want to go. So for you, Taurus, it's a month of feeling yourself, feeling really close to who you are, what you enjoy, what you love, and then starting to implement those things in future and making your actual life look like the way you feel inside. So it's very much about the kaleidoscope shifting a little bit and becoming clearer so that you're more represented in your own life, in the real world. So those are the most important things that I get here in November. If you would like me to have a look at your personal chart to see what's coming up for you in your love life or in your finances or career, what your life purpose is and how you can start working on that, then please get in touch with me for a personal reading. The website is gregoryscott.com. Just click on the readings tab and you can order your reading with me there. Please remember to subscribe to the channel, and I'll speak to you next month.